Ano? Habang nagdi-discuss ako, you can interrupt me. Or kung naiya kayo mag-interrupt, pwede kayo mag-chat dun sa Gmeet. Okay? Okay, ulitin ko yung mag-clone. I want you to understand this. I am cloning a specific branch. The repo link is this. And I'm going to save all the content in a new directory, this one. Instead of defaulting it to the name of the repo, which is software design lessons. I'm going to run that one. Going to clone it. Okay. And then I'm going to cd to Flutter Fruits, which is the newly created folder. Now, as you can see, this houses the Fast API app and the Flutter app project. Okay. I'm going to open these two directory individually in a separate editors. Why? So the editor will not be confused on the context of our project because they do have a different context. This one is Python. Of course, those extension for Python will be automatically activated inside the editor. And then the Flutter app is different environment. It's a Flutter or Dart programming environment. So I'm just going to run code and then the name of the one folder. You can see it's already open. The one. And then the second one is Flutter app. Okay. I'm going to deal with the API first before we deal with the Flutter code. Okay, how to do that? I'm going to open it here, Fast API. So as you can see, okay, all my files are just this. I have there my source code. I have them there, and then we have to download all the Python dependencies that we can see here. This is what you call this. Kulang siya. Okay, dagdagan natin yan mamaya. Okay. So to do that, we open the terminal. Okay. If you are going to clone a Fast API project, not all the dependencies are included. Okay. You have to further install it when after cloning them. Okay. This is how it works, guys. Okay. This is how it works. First, we have to, let me just write them down here for your reference. Wait. Dahan-dahan lang tayo para makasunod kayo, no? Okay lang ba? Yan. Okay. Now, number 2, set up and edit the Fast API app. And then number 3 later on will be work on the mobile app. So, diretso ito hanggang 4. Magpro-program tayo. Okay? Ngayon, set in the Fast API. What we will do here is number 1, create a virtual environment. What's the purpose of virtual environment? Virtual environment, the purpose of that is it's like a container of our program with its which lists or which includes all the necessary dependencies, specific dependencies or specific versions of dependencies in order for us to avoid breaking our program, our Python program in a different computer, we need to use the original environment that we have programmed it with. Now, software are being updated. If not daily, it's almost weekly or monthly. Now, if you are going to move to a different working environment, chances are your program will be broken if you did not use the actual environment, the original environment that you used to program your application. So with the virtual environment, you are basically specifying, the version of Python, okay, that you need to use in building your application, your fast API application. Okay, it's like a container, but this is not required. It's not actually required. The purpose of that is basically um, to avoid breaking your application when you move to different working environment or different computer. As we can see, we vary our computer, right? We differ in the operating system. Not to mention the version of the Python that's being used. Number two is um, download dependencies. Okay, that's what we are going to do. So to do that, we just have to run some commands. So you open your terminal inside your code editor. To create the environment, you can run Python -m venv and then a name for the virtual environment. You can just name it as venv, okay? But it's not necessary that you have to name it like that. This is arbitrary, but this is the command to create a virtual environment. Press enter. Anyway, this is provided in the GitHub wiki that I created. Okay, it's going to create the venv, and then we are going to activate it by running venv and then scripts and then activate that bot, and you will see it's already activated by that. Then afterwards, we're going to install all the requirements and dependencies that are placed in the requirement.txt. Okay, so to download them, you can run Python pip install -r and then requirement.txt. It's going to download all the dependencies, just like this one. But there are some problem. It says here, um, requirements already satisfied. Okay, it's going to create them here. I think it's in the library. Pip. Okay. Let me just see this one. Requirements already satisfied. Ubicorn. Clear. Let's try to run this one. I am not confident that it's already downloaded all of this. I'm not confident that it did go through the installation. But in order for us to verify that, we can run this with the command. The command is basically given you already. It's in the wiki, this one, under Fast API backend environment. So to run it, you can go here and execute the command ubicorn and then app dot main. That will be the app. Okay, just like that. Okay, this is also how you install the dependencies. Now let me try that one. Are you following? Okay, when I slow down, it's for your benefit because I'm figuring things out. And when I slow down, it is your opportunity to catch up with what I am doing here. You can also ask question if something is not clear. Now, we can run. I think I forgot also. Yeah. And then if you ask question, please try to speak audibly. Which? Chrome? 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 What's Chrome? Huh? Chrome? What did you run? When you run it, there's an error. Can you paste it in the JB chat? You paste it here. Yeah, Mr. Carmelo, what's your problem? Mr. Carmelo, do you have a problem?
Sir, um,
You can just chat it. I
sir,
think it
sinend
will
ko
be
po sa
more,
open chat, sa chat
it
po
will
yung
be easier
error.
for me to. Wala ka daw requirement.txt. Ano ba yung niran mo? Are you are you sure that you are inside the directory pass API app and you see the requirements there? Should be requirements. Your directory is that double slash requirements.txt. You remove the first slash. Dinoble mo naman. So dapat yan. Dot slash lang. Yung sa'yo is dot slash slash. Cram is not recognized as an internal. Why? You run pip install, right? I activate. Is this the same way you type it? Backslash dot bnb scripts activate that back. And are you sure that you are inside the app, Fast API app? Can you run Python version for me? Python version. Okay na, Mr. Carmelo?
Yes, sir.
Bakit ganyan siya? Okay, let's continue. Pero may sinusolve lang akong problema. Anong niran mo dun, pwede yung i-delete mo ulit yung RM, tapos ulitin mo ulit, RM, RF, DNB. Ganyan. Try mo nga kung pwede mong mayroon yan. Ha? I-delete mo na lang. I-open mo yung Can you just change computer? There. Sa katabi mo. Bawal ba dyan? Ang alam ko, merong sumira dyan sa mga system files dyan. Okay, let's continue. Mr. Rufano, are you sure na meron kang ganyan, no? Yan. Baka wala ka pang ginawa niyan. Magagawa mo dyan by running the command the command is Python -m bnb. Tinan mo ba yan? Kung hindi mo niran yan, wala kang mayroon dyan na bnb scripts activate.bat. Kahit magtambli-tumbling ka pa. Okay. Also, the next thing is, I want you also to ilang. Tingnan ko lang yung setting ko dun sa kabila. Paano naging okay, Mr. Ropano? Hindi mo na-run yung Python-mbnb, ano? Yes or no? Okay, tuloy natin. Before we start the server, you see here, we have Alembic ini dyan. We also need another file to create na hindi nakasama sa pag-upload. We call it .env. We have to place in here the code .env. Environment variable. We're just going to copy this code that we find in the Alembic ini. Just have to copy this one. Copy that. It's line 66. And then paste it here with the variable name just like that. What's the purpose of that? Now you make sure to put it inside a quote-unquote. There's that one. The purpose of this database URL there is an environment variable that is needed in our database connection in here. It's going to get that address in order to be connected to the database. Okay, that's the purpose of that. Now, where is this? As you can remember, last time I created a user pass API with the password 1234, and it's able to work on the FruitDB. Now, I want you to open another program, you call it HadesQL. You are going to create a user, or you can just stick to the root user if you like. The root user, I think, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. School computer use that. Okay? Can you just chat? Can you just chat me your message here so I can easily get it? Because it's hard for me to hear you at the back. You just say, sir, I have a question in the chat box. Of course. If it doesn't work, you try admin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kung hindi kayo makalagin, possibly the password is not correct. Please pay attention na. Tagal-tagal ko na eh. No open HDSQL. Then you log in. I can also log in with Fast API, the one I created last time. Fast API 1, 2, 3, 4. Open. Then yes. And then I will be able to open it just this way. Nah, this one. Now, in order for me to create the database, say for example, I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to delete them. And I'm going to drop the table. I'm going to auto-generate them using the code in my Python. I can do that using the Alembic. The purpose of this Alembic here, okay, it is used to auto-migrate your code's database configuration into the database itself. So you can run Alembic. As you can see, I dropped the table wala na yung drop yung table ko sa laman ng ProofDB. I'm going to auto-generate the table by running Alembic revision wait. Alembic revision auto generate. Press enter. But doesn't exist. Bakit? Wait lang, ayaw niya. Para anong purpose ito? The purpose of this is for us not to manually create a database for us. Patingin yung setup sa Heidi. Ala, hindi nyo pa alam gumamit ng Heidi? Mag-login lang kayo. Kuya Andre. Kunana mo, connection failed, access denied kasi mali ang password mo, Mr. Daryl Upano. Kung hindi 12356, try mo yung admin. Kung hindi ka makakonect, mali yung password. Try mo yung admin. Try mo 1234 or admin or ano pa yung isa? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sinet up kasi yan ng mga OJT. Wait lang. Tanungin natin si OJT. Kuya, anong password? Ay, baka walang password. Try mo ng blank password. Sir po, lumabas yung fruits DB. What do you mean ayaw? Walang? Ay, Kuya, siyempre ginawa ko to nung nakaraan. Di gumawa ka rin ng fruits DB na database. Parang hindi ka nag-info man Ito nang tinutukoy ko sa inyo nung nagtuturo ako nung sa inyo noon. Hindi nyo pinapasok sa isip yung previous class. Create nyo yung DBA. Siyempre ginawa, hindi naman matik yan. Di matik na meron ng DB yan. Gagawin nyo yan, right click and then create new database. Diba? Tinakil natin yan noon. Tawa-tawa na si Mr. Reyes. Mr. Rufano, okay na? Ayaw niya. May password talaga yan. Ayaw nyo kasing mag-MongoDB tayo kaya mag-MySQL tayo. Hi. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Try mo nga yung hashtag Lorma CCSE. Baka pwede. Basta gumawa lang kayo ng DB. Root DB na lang. Walang laman kasi dinlet ko. What doesn't exist? Alembic. Sige, that. Ayaw pa rin, Kuya Darrell? Okay na siya? Ayaw. Ang solution niyan, Kuya, magre-download ka na lang ng MariaDB. You re-download MariaDB, and then sa setup page, na-download and then reinstall. Tignan mo sa download folder kung meron ng MariaDB dyan. Kung meron, gawin mo pala yan, install mo muna, then reinstall. Then make sure na ilagay mo na password it's hindi mahirap. 1, 2, 3, 4 lang or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kung alam kung anong nilagay ng mga OJT na password niyan. Basta come early. Bakit matamlay ka ngayon, Daryl? Kulang ka ng lambing? I'm figuring things out here kasi may problema itong alembic natin. Ang gamit ng alembic is kwan. The use of this alembic is it's going to auto-generate the database files, database tables using the codes that we have para hindi na tayo mano-manong gumagawa ng kwan. Alembic init. Ganun pala yun. Kailangan pala nating alembic ini kasi hindi siya nakasama dun sa nagit ignore ba? Hindi naman nagit ignore. Bakit di nakasama kasi dati? So alembic init, alembic. And then edit the alembic ini, ilagay niyo yung SQL dito. Meron naman na yan. You don't have to edit that. Ayun. And then, after that, you can run, try ko lang i-run, alembic revision auto-generate -m create tables. Unrecognized argument auto-generate. Wrong spelling. Auto-generate. Try ko lang and then I'm going to show you it again. Can proceed with auto-generate option. Does not provide a metadata object or sequence of objects to the context. Maalala nyo bang tinuro kong alembic nung nakaraan? Hindi. Kailangan lang natin i-edit ito. Lagay natin sa dulo. Apply config. Ay, hindi ito kailangan. Okay. Okay, ganito na lang. Okay, may problema pa. Huwag nyo nang gawin itong ginawa kong alembic. Optional naman ito. What I will do right now, I'm just going to reintroduce this next time. I do not recall kung ano yung tinuro ko nung nakaraan. So I'm just going to delete this. That's not necessary. Even this one. Just going to delete that one. Move. Okay, and then I'm just going to manually create the database tables. Yung dinap ko kanina, you create a new table there like you were doing in Infoman. The name is fruits. The name of the database is fruits. That's what is used in the code. ID. This should be an auto increment one. Auto increment. And it should be a primary key. Like this one. That's how you create it. And then another name. And then another is seedless. And then I'm going to add image path. We will need this later on. Okay. Name should be a varchar. Let's just make it 100. Seedless is a boolean. Boolean, where are you? Walang Boolean. Just use bit. 0 or 1. Walang Boolean kay MySQL. Okay. And then image path is a varchar. 100. Just like that. And then you just have to click save. Remove the no default value. No default value here. Just that one. Then save again. Okay. Now let's try to connect. What I mean is we're going to restart the server. Here, to start the server, you can run this command. Ubicorn. Yung? Yung? Ha? Ha? Nasa kwan. Wiki guide. You type Ubicorn and then you're going to look where is your main app. So app, that main, pointing to this one, this is the app itself. And then I'm just going to make it auto-reloadable. Like that one. There you go. And then we can now try it out. We go here using our browser. Wala pa tayong nakukode. Okay? We're going to go here. And then open that in our browser. Control V. And then docs. Doon tayo sa docs para matesting natin. You will see this one. Let's try to add new fruits. You go here. You create new fruits. Try it out. Okay. Let's try orange. Seedless, there. It's false. Execute. You should get not an error. If you see this one, meaning your code has a problem. I think it's the SQL Alchemy. SQL Alchemy is not installed. This one. Okay, to install Alchemy, okay, you can stop this for now. Stop and install pip install SQL Alchemy. Okay, and we need to add that into the requirement so that next time it will be auto downloaded when you run pip install requirement. We can use pip freeze and then requirements.txt. Okay, and as you can see that SQL Alchemy is already added here. What is requirements.txt? It lists all of the dependencies. Dependencies are the external libraries, codes that are already written for us to use in our project. Okay, so that we are not going to start from scratch. And you use the pip freeze, so that the newly added dependency, which is the SQL Alchemy, be added also here. Okay, so that next time when we transfer to different machine, we just have to install all. Now we can restart. Okay, We can start this one, and then we go back here, and you just have to retry clicking the execute. And there is another problem. Let's try. You can see the error here. Insert fruits name, seedless values name. There's a problem here. It says here, field image path doesn't have a default value. Because it's required. So the purpose of this, I just have to go and edit my models. Okay, I'm just going to add another field there. Just going to name it image path. This is a column. It's a string of 100, and then to make it accept blank value, we just have to default it to none, just like that one. Okay, you just follow that pattern. No, it's a string. The default is none. Image path is the name, and not just that, we also have to do it in the schemas py. Here, you can also have it here. Image path. This is for the pendant. This is basically for validation. We're going to default it to none, just like that one. That and this. Same lang sila. You just follow the pattern para wag lang nyo lang kayo ginagaya yung tinatype ko. Yan o. Nan yung pattern. yung code niya. Okay. And of course, I'm going to edit this one. The default value should be null. Okay. So it's going to allow empty. Now if I'm going to re-execute this one, execute, fruit successfully saved, verify that in the database, you should be able to save the orange field already, but the image path is blank. We are going to deal with that later on when white seedless is 0. Seedless is 0, that should be false. Yeah, let's write it true. And this is grapes. Let's see if the Boolean bit is automatically translated. And it's just it. It's working. Okay. I'll catch up before we move to the next. Anong gusto mong titignan natin? Yung SQL? Why keep on looking on this? Yung pala yung expression niya. Okay? Follow? I'm just going to introduce to you the Alembic later on. So, sana nito. Can you just chat it again? Chat it again. After creating the database, what? How to run the Fast API app after creating the database? You use the ubicorn command. Koya. The ubicorn command is this one. It's in the document wiki guide that I provided. Let me just stop this one. Retype it again. Ubicorn app.main. Why it's app.main? Because my main is located in here. App.main colon. This will be the app, the main app, and then you just reload it. So it's going to listen for changes and automatically update your program. Okay, that's how you run the server. Now it happens. It's obvious that our fast API is already working. We can now start working. I'm just going to work later on the upload when we're done with the Flutter app. So the next thing that we're going to work on now is the mobile app. If you are good with fast API, we can now proceed with the mobile. You don't have any more question? Okay, let's proceed na. Yeah. Okay, let's move now to mobile. Sinong may problema? Huwag kayo matakot magtanong. Hindi naman ako nagagalit. Ha? Kaya yung Olympic natin. Hindi ko maalala ng Olympic tayo ng nakaraan. Naka-open kanina eh. Ang problema dyan, pattern ng head ko yun. Huwag nyo lang gayahin yung ako. Okay? I-get yung structure din. Pattern. Parehas lang yan. Nagdagdag yung column yan. Column. Okay, so gumagana na yung API natin. Tingnan ko dito kung i-download Maridap. Ha? Paano?
Paano ulit i-activate yung facility?
Nandito oh. Punta ka sa 3.1. Run the app. Ubicorn app main app reload. Okay. Pwede nyo rin i-test yung iba pang iba pang endpoint. Yung iba pang endpoint, you also have the index. Yan, maglalagay lang siya dyan ng welcome to fast API. Yung isa pa, yung get fruits. Testing natin mag-get fruits. Try it out. Wow, internal server error. Sabi niya, fix lang natin. Sabi niya dito, error. Input should be a valid string, sabi niya. Ay, ito. Validation error. Dun siya sa schema. Ito yung blank. Blank na lang natin yan. 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 That could be it. Schema. Pedantic. Okay, let's continue. Okay. Optional. They're saying for offer not found. Because your link is different, maybe. Where did you wait? Where did you find that for offer not found? After which task? Kuya Reynaldo, ano yung tinatanong mo? Tapos, nasa loob ka na. Nasa loob ka ng bucket. Bakit ka dito ko. Eh, wala ka naman partner. Wala ka naman partner. Eh, ang partner. Mismo fast API lang. Fast API lang. I did make some edits here so that when you try the index, in slash fruits now, you will be able to fetch the fruits. Now I made some changes in here. Here, you import optional from typing and then you make image path as optional because that's null in the database. You just change this one. The one, so you will be able to fetch the data from the database. Okay, give you 5 minutes to catch up. We'll go to mobile. Okay. Punta na tayo sa mobile. Let's go to mobile. Mamaya ako mag-check ng attendance. Absent is absent, ah. Drop is drop. Okay, pag magsabi ko, sir, ayaw ng ganito, give details. Paano natin ma-fix yan pag napaka-general yung call nyo? Yung query nyo, i-chat nyo yung error. Okay. Para hindi ko na i-overanalyze yung problema nyo. Give details. Pwede kayo mag-chat dito. Kuya, sino na ito? Kuya Angelo, ano yung tinatype mo dito na 127? 9,000 docs? Ah. I-test nyo rin yung kwan. I-test nyo rin yung get fruits. Dapat napipetch nyo yung laman ng data nyo. At least gumagana yung new at saka yung fruits. Ito yung mga endpoints na pwedeng i-visit or pwedeng i-access ng ating mobile app. Doon tayo sa Flutter app. Buksan ko lang yung emulator para naka-ready na. Pero mamaya ang gagawin ko is kwan. Dito ako sa phone mag-develop. Mag-test. Oh, tama naman.
Ay, ganyan ba ito?
Tignan mo kasi ito ko yan, oh. /docs.
Ay, ito.
/docs para matest natin. Yan yung test. Yung /docs, guys, automatic yan na ginagawa ni Fast API sa documentation of our endpoints. Okay na, ate Kwan? Okay na? Bakit ano pang kaya? Sinabi ko na yung gagawin niya kanina. Pip install SQL Alchemy. Bagal no? /docs yan. Okay, take note. Para mapalabas yung FAST API na yan, wag lang itong i-type nyo. Maglagay kayo ng /docs. Pag may error dyan na SQL Alchemy, wala daw, i-install nyo. Ganito mag-install ng SQL Alchemy. Ginawa ko na to kanina. Pip install SQL Alchemy. Then after that, ilagay nyo siya sa requirements para next time na mag-install kayo, ma-install na rin yung SQL Alchemy. Pag nirun nyo yan, i-type nyo later on pip freeze -r and then requirements. Yan, para ma-store sa requirements.txt yung mga dependencies nyo. Nakalagay lang din naman dito sa codes, nandito you know. Kulang. Pip, hindi pala -r yun. Pip freeze and then ganito. Okay, let's proceed. Mag-mobile na tayo. Sa mobile, the first thing na gagawin natin dyan is i-download natin yung mga dependencies. Katulad ng pip install. Dito naman, i-run natin yung Flutter pub get. It's going to download all the dependencies. Just like that. Okay? I-run ulit natin. Make sure na nagko-connect sila doon sa ating Fast API. Kung gumagamit kayo ng emulator, palitan nyo itong URL niya ng 10.0.0.2/8000. Okay? Yan yung ito yung counterpart ng localhost or 127.0.0 sa loob ng emulator. Okay, /8000. Or Or pwede nyo rin gamitin yung IP niya pag cellphone yung ginagamit nyo na pag-debug. You can also use this link. Okay, wait. Or. To use in emulator. This time, to use in real device, you are going to get, sorry, this should be port 8000. Should be port 8000. You're going to get the IP address. You're going to get the IP address. Hey, Kuya Daryl, happy graduation. You'll get the IP address by typing ipconfig. Sa nagtuturo ako ng mobile. Mobile. Anong gamit yung Flutter? Flutter. Yung Flutter ngayon kapag sinabi, buwapo mo naman. I'm flattered. Basta.
Last day namin sa Bandit.
Tapos,
Mag-final presentation ako.
ano yung project niya?
Uh,
Ito yung IP guys, IP address yan yan.
budgeting monitoring automation.
Ipalit nyo lang doon. Turo mo nga.
Budget expenses and automation. Monitoring.
Anong ginamit nyo na
Next.js.
Next.js? Mahilig sa Next.js.
Si Jesper Chapter tayo naman.
Kasama niyo ba yung si Liza?
Yes.
Yan. Okay. Yeah. Sagutin mo kayo. What? I-chat ka? Error when reading Dart dev. The system cannot find the file specified. Naghanap ako ng technique ng company. Check mo si Ma'am Jack. Sabi niya dito, Flutter pub get, building Flutter tool, running pub upgrade, Dart dev, error, when reading Dart dev. The system cannot find the file specified. Sure ka ba na, Kwan? Kompleto yung file mo dyan? Bakit nga eh? Napaka-strange na yan, ha? Daming mga issues. Ayan, nag-start na ako. Nandun na yung oranges dyan mamaya. Pero babaguhin natin. Column 8,000. Ito nga oh. Wait lang, i-chat GPT lang natin yan. Sakit ulo. May error. Hindi na-fetch yung data. Oh, may error. Try ko nga ito. Your Flutter installation is broken or incomplete. Try mo ang i-run yung Flutter, Dr. Koy. Ayun na, para makatapos na tayo. Bakit walang lumalabas? May error. Nakapatay ba yung unicorn? Sino nang sumasakit ulo dyan? Anong error, kuya? Nang nag-flutter doctor ka, anong lumabas? May problema nga yung pan mo, flutter mo. Reinstall mo na lang. Delete mo lang yung flutter one. Delete mo lang yung flutter SDK na ginamit download. Yun ang ilagay mo rin sa TNT system environment. Bakit deny? Hindi dapat Baka mali yung rinan mo. Hindi gumagana na. Okay, dito tayo sa kwan. Dito tayo sa Flutter Packet. Sila nagko-communicate. Mali. 10.0.2.2 should be 10.0.2.2. Kaya hindi siya nagra-run. Hindi siya nagko-connect. Yun orange has seeds. Has seeds. Yan, palitan na natin ito. The first thing that we're going to work is ang gagawin na natin is i-build muna natin yung team file natin. We're going to use team files. Main.dart. Line exception, socket exception. What is your... Did you change your IP address? You did not change your IP address. You should check the IP of your computer. You should be connected on the same network, this and this, so they can communicate together. And you can get your IP by typing. Let me just open the terminal. By typing ipconfig you will get your IP here. That's your IP.
Oh.
That's different.
Why are you copying me?
Every device has its own address. Oh yeah. Okay. Mag-proceed na tayo sa mobile. Now we're going to change this whole thing. Kasi ang pangit nito, ganyan lang itsura niya. Babaguhin natin, gagayahin natin. Oy, makinig na po. Stop ko lang yung recording then rest.